Hey everybody, my name is Rydo, and the Whisper of the Old Gods expansion is now out, so I need to make new decks both for standard and wild play for all the characters. In this recording I'm going to make the Shaman, not Shaman because there is no W. I I have a bad habit of calling it Shaman, but nope, it is Shaman as far as I can figure. Anyways, let's start. We need a standard play Shaman deck. The Shaman's ability, of course, is to make totems. So it's going to be an interesting thought as far as how the Whisper of the Old Gods is going to work with totems. Because I haven't seen any cards that struck me as being useful with totems at all. Like, what are these new cards that would make any sense? Like this one, I guess, Master of Evolution, transform a friendly minion into a random one that costs one more. I guess you could do that. But then they have a volcanic drake in here, which makes no sense. Yeah, I don't even think their recipe makes any sense. So we need to make a custom deck, obviously. I have the Hearthstone deck tracker app open on the right. That is showing you what my old Shaman deck was. So that will be easy. We need to be in the standard set. Are we not? Are we in the standard? Nope. Convert to standard. Yep. That's where we want to be. So we have evolve here. Transform your minions into random minions that cost one more. Well, we gotta try that card just to see what it means by that. Does that mean the minions in your hand? Does that mean every single minion in your deck? Does it mean the minions on the field? There's too much questions there to not try it. Let's see. Forked lightning. So you could do a totem deck with Shaman before. You could do a overload deck. Uh, Restore for a minion and give it taunt for 0. Let me go to crafting mode just real quickly here and see if there's some kind of 0 mana spell card. Oh, this is strange. Why? Nope. There's no 0 mana card that would make any sense, but there are some cards that already existed that would unlock your locked mana things and work kind of interestingly. So here's an overload deck if we were going to do that. Draw 2 cards, overload 2. That's kind of bad though. 2 mana plus another 2 overloaded. When you overload, gain 1 attack per mana crystal. That would be good if we're going to do an overload deck, I guess. So let's move with these first. We'll go back and anything that's overload we'll throw in here. Wind Fury, this. Playing an overload deck and then playing evolve, if it did change everything to a slightly better card, would be an interesting thought. This would be a totem card. Here's a battle card to unlock all your overloaded mana crystals. We'll take that. Deal 2 damage, unlock your overloaded mana crystals again. It's a very complicated card we're trying to play here. Let's see, deal 5 with that. Restore 7 or 14, we might play that. Draw a card, reduce it by 3. At the end of your turn, draw a card. This is the main character you need for an overload deck. I can see this working. Transform 1 minion. Gain 1 to 4 attack. So this is a Blackrock Mountain overload card. What do we want to get rid of? Deal 2 damage to 2 random enemy minions, overload 2, deal 3 damage, overload 1. I'll get rid of one of these. There we go. I think you still need Bloodlust more than anything else. Costs 1 less for each totem you've summoned this game. So how many of these cards are really Whispers of the Old Gods cards? I guess I can't see that, really. Not a lot, but a couple. And if I type in like overload in here, it's not going to find anything because there are no neutral overload cards, I don't think. Wind Fury overload, let's see. Perhaps that's a better weapon than what I already chose. 2, 3. Yeah, I'll get rid of that and put in that instead. So, let's look at totems now. What's the difference here? This is new. Give a minion +1/+1 for each of your totems. That's helpful. Give your totems +2 health. Draw a card at the end of the turn. Get +1/+1 for each totem you have. This one is from Grand Tournament. Costs 1 less for each totem you've summoned in the game. I cannot, for the life of me, see myself choosing an overload deck. It's too complicated and it doesn't really work the way it seems like it should. It seems like you're just too powerful, but then the cost for being so powerful is too high. So let's get rid of just everything and fill this up with totems. So this, this, and this. And that gets us to 19. And so the question next would be, what can we do to continue balancing out and having good characters and maybe supplementally keep those totems alive, because they do have a problem with dying. Like, draw 2 cards, that's not something we would need. Deal 4 damage to a minion for 2. I don't know if we'd really need that. Give a minion Wind Fury. I think we'll take that. Take these Feral Spirits. Take the Lightning Storm. Take a Hex, I guess. Take this guy. Want to test him out. Take this guy. Who do we want to get rid of? I'll get rid of 1 Hex. I don't need 1. Then we need Bloodlust, definitely. Wind Fury, Bloodlust, Bloodlust. Let's try this new totem deck. I think that's the right way to go. Was there anything else we could have done with the Shaman? Not that I'm really seeing. I don't see another strategy here, and I barely even see the strategy as far as the overload deck. It's just not strong enough yet. So custom Shaman, here we are. Let's go back to standard play and play. See if this new standard deck will win for us. Again, the Hearthstone deck tracker on the right will darken out cards that overlap with the old deck and add cards that are that aren't in the old deck. Not at the bottom particularly, but sadly it's just not designed to do what I'm doing right now. The comparison, you're supposed to import your deck as you just built it, which would take me another 10 minutes, and you wouldn't be able to see it on screen. And then once you have the imported deck into the program, it would only show the cards that are actually in this deck, and then it would make a lot more sense because it's designed to show you what cards you've played and what cards you have left. And it gives you arguably a small advantage, but if you look at my win to loss ratios, if I could show them to you, you'll find that it doesn't really give you that much of an advantage. Let's see. I'm just gonna start with this. Turn. So now this is one less because I summoned this totem. Interesting.
Someday I'll be just like you.
He's trying to play arcane missiles to take out my guy. I guess I can't do anything. Do I do 2 to the face or do I kill this guy? Or do I kill this guy? I think we go ahead and just do 3 to the face. Not 2 to the face, 3 to the face. I think that's what I want to do. This is a overpowered mage that they've got here. Let's see. If I summoned this, and then killed this, I think that's the right move to do. End the turn. These are 4 now. Yeah, it won't be really hard to get these down to 0. Really. Let's see, play. Let's go ahead and play this. Now these are down to 3.
Wanted, dead or alive.
Transform your minions into random minions that cost 1 more. So we've got to figure out what this is. Let's play. It did nothing to me.
Amazing.
Let's try this. Done. Hit myself several times. Oh, that was dumb. Spreading madness. What is this card? Transform your minions into random minions. Why did I add spreading madness to my deck? No, it was created by Spell Slave. Interesting. So I now know what Evolve does, and I think it would work rather well, but you have to play it with actual minions on the board. It doesn't evolve your deck or anything. It was just worded very strangely. Transform your minions into random minions that cost 1 more. Just kind of odd there. So this, this, and this, and then this, and then this.
Job done.
But I mean, all he has to do is have a single spell and he's gonna win. I like the strategy here, but this guy's beating me. Fair and square, I
Someday
think.
I'll be just like you. Mind if I roll need?
Let's see. This isn't a totem. Let's go ahead and do this to this guy. Whenever another minion takes damage, destroy it. Hex. Now, hex this one. Get my totems +2.
Job's done.
Health. In the turn. I'm still gonna lose. Acid Maul may help a little bit,
Well played.
but that's all he needed was Fireball. So maybe a little bit of tweaking, but overall I think that's a good standard deck. Just improving on your totem deck a little bit. We're starting to hit this point where there's more cards that you want to play than cards you can actually play. I'm hoping at some point there's some expansion, some new league where you can play with like 60 cards instead of 30. When you compare the number of cards you could play in Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Magic the Gathering, 30 is kind of low. Even I think Pokemon, the card game, was 30. But there's really no rule in any game that says you can't have more when you're playing between friends. And if we could have 60 cards and there was enough selection for 60 cards, I'd like to see that craziness continue. Although having a deck of 60 cards almost then means you need twice as much health and twice as much mana just to keep things even so that you'll actually see those cards in an average game. Anywho, that's gonna be it for this recording. Next time we will make the Shaman Wild deck. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. All of that helps out. If you want to support me, you can click on my name, Rydo. On the right will be a blue button that says support this channel. Click it, make a donation. And if you want to friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.